So for the past 4 days, this is actually the fourth, we've been testing the Martingale binary options strategy. This specific martingale strategy is unique in some ways. It's different than any other martingale strategy you've seen out there. The beauty about it is it has, strict risk management rules. It has a little bit of technical analysis into it to increase your winning probability. And it's been working quite well. So for the past 3 days, um, I've been trading it live, explaining the strategy in details, and trading it live here on YouTube. We didn't have any losing day so far, so 3 days back to back winning in a row. I'll continue testing the strategy up until Sunday, so we will have approximately 7 days of data. If I see consistency, so I'll give it a green light for you to use. Now, that being said, let me remind you that martingale trading in general is very dangerous. The markets by nature are against you. Now, the martingale in itself is the most dangerous strategy you can ever use, especially in binary options. Now, that disclaimer out of the way, my goal here is to create and implement the safest martingale strategy, trading procedure, the safest possible strategy. So it is important you keep sticking to the rules, follow the steps mechanically, don't let your emotions overwhelm you. Always set yourself a stop loss and a take profit, so to speak. So if your starting balance is $100, set a goal to yourself. Once the balance reaches 130 and one or $125, I will stop trading for the session or for the day, and set yourself also a stop loss. So in case your balance drops $25, you stop trading. Okay. So that being said, let's start by explaining the strategy. If you've been watching me for the past 3 days, don't get bored. I know you might have heard the same things over and over again. However, trust me when I tell you, repetition makes perfect. We have a saying back here in Beirut: repetition educates a donkey. So personally, for myself as Mark, I didn't reach that level of professionalism in trading if it wasn't because of repetition, repeating the same thing over and over again, educating myself on the same concept over and over again. This is how I reached a point of consistency and profit. All right. So I made a new Excel sheet today. I adjusted a little bit. So I'm making adjustments along the way. So every single day I'm trying to find ways to capitalize to make things even safer. So for today, I simplified the Excel sheet a little bit and I added a small factor to take into consideration. So let me show you what I adjusted for today. So, as you know, if you've been watching me so far, absolutely. Thank you, Sarwar. So, Martingale, in its basic, rules, it has to be you enter for a trade. If it loses, you double the amount, you increase your trading amount for the second trade. If it wins, you go back to your initial trade. If it loses, you go to your third trade. If it wins, you go back to your first. If it loses, you go to your fourth trade. Now I'm using four trades. My cycle ends on four trades. Now, exceptionally today, in case I lost the fourth, I will double this amount for a fifth trade. If it loses, we stop. So what I did, remember yesterday I told you each $100 increase your multiplier. What I did to to try and increase the profits exponentially and compound our profits faster, yet still keeping our risk management in check, every $25 increments increase, you increase your trading amounts by 25%. So what you will be doing, you will be actually increasing your amounts proportionally with your balance increase. So each $25, we increase 25% of the original amounts. That's very important, guys. So here we have an increase of $25 from the original amount. Okay, so the 25% is only added to those amount, not to those, because in this case it will become heavier and riskier. I hope this point is clear. I hope this point is clear. So let's say you are at this stage, you have your balance reached 125, you stopped for the day, you came the next day. These are your new amounts, which are 25% more than the previous day. Why 25%? Because you actually increased your balance by 25%. Right? So second day you reach your $25 profit, you have 150 in your account. We add 25%, so 50% actually. So to this amount, to the over here. So your second day, this is first day, second day, third, you will actually be adding 50% to those amount. Okay, so 1.2 becomes 0.8. I hope this makes sense. All right. So let's jump over to the charts. Let's set up the charts first, and then we will set the amounts and talk about the strategy itself. First things first, we need to set the timer over here, the expiry time, to 1 minute. You switch to the clock option, 1 minute. The chart is normal candlesticks, also 1 minute. Next, you should select add to favorites all the pairs that have a 90% payout. Because for this strategy to work best and to make you money, you should aim for at least 90% payout. 90, 91, 92%, you are fine. Anything below 90%, it becomes very risky. It will lose you money. All right. So this strategy, for it to work perfectly, you need at least 90%. So now that we have the timer is on, the 90% and above pairs are selected, you have to set a single indicator. We will use one indicator only. You go to the indicators tab over here, and we select zigzag, this one. So let's select zigzag. Default settings, you don't need to change anything. Now, why do we add the zigzag? Because for this martingale strategy, we will be looking, let's see if I can find something clear to explain to you guys. We'll be looking for something like this happening in the market. A huge steep drop or a huge steep increase to the upside. The zigzag will help you identify those steep drops or increase in price on the chart. It will actually mark your swing high and swing lows for you. So your first step in technical analysis Always keep that in mind. The pair selection is your friend for this strategy, for this martingale strategy. So you need to see something like this. The zigzag will help you identify the situation. Second technical analysis step you have to do. It is optional. However, I prefer to for you to use it. Let me make this line a little bit thick so you can see it clearly. Try to look from this point over here. Try to look for a support area or demand area to your left side. So let's see if we have something. See, we have something over here. We have a demand area. Why do I have to find a demand area? Very simple. Because look at this guy over here. This movement made all this push to the upside. So you have a high probability that at this point over here, the market will push back to the upside, which is actually the case. Look at this beauty. Okay. So in this case, when you have a market doing a steep drop to the downside, your first two trades of the cycle should be for buys. Why the first trade should be for buys? Because we are looking for the buyers to step in. Because we know for a fact that this is a demand area from the past. We've seen this demand area, and we marked it with this, green line, horizontal line. Okay. So your first two trades should be for buys, and your second two trades should be for sells. If you win the first, you stick to your first trade. If you lose this one, you move to this one. If you lose this one, you move to a sell on the third. If you lose this one, you'll move to a sell on the fourth. Whenever you win, you go back to your first trade. So why does the second, the third, and fourth are for sells? Because sometimes the market, let me zoom in a little bit. Sometimes the market will not respect this demand area and will keep on dropping. So the sells will keep you safe. The same applies for buy setups. The same situation apply for buy setups. So look, let's see a case over here. So this is a beautiful case. Look at this. You have this huge surge to the upside. It reached a point and it reversed. All right. So you look for a supply area. Look at this. Beautiful. This is it. This is your supply area. So you know for a fact that you might see a reversal from this point. So look at this reversal from this point. So in this case, you take your first two trades for a sell, the second two for a buy, in case the pair decided to breach that area and keep on going up. See the point, the logic behind it? Very logical. So these are the only two very basic, very easy technical analysis things you should do. You have your zigzag in place. It's a beautiful and neat indicator, to show you these situations. All right. So now let's move to setting up. Let's find a pair that is actually doing the move so we can start trading. Before, let me adjust the payout, the trading amounts. So the first will be 1.2. Let's go to the four charts. So the first is 1.2, the second is 2.8, the third is 6.5, and the fourth is 14.5. Of course, if you have any questions, guys, please do not hesitate to use the live chat box. Okay, so let's try to find a pair. I activate the hotkeys. The hotkeys, my friends, is a very quick way for you to switch between pairs. You can use it to trade as well. However, I prefer to use it instead of clicking the mouse on the pair that I have in my favorites. Using the hotkeys can be very quick. See that? Very reliable. So let me find something. go to full screen. See, this is nice. See this beautiful move? And it started reversing. I won't trade on this one since the move already started, so I'll skip it or something else. This is nice. Let me see if I have a supply area nearby. So it's a 92% payout pair. Check. We have a strong surge. Check. Let's see if we can find a supply area. If you find it difficult to find it on the 1 minute chart, go to the 5 minutes and go back. See this? Beautiful. Let's see if we can have something even further along the way. We have something close by over here. However, this is still a supply area. So we have almost all the checks in place. Let me go back to the 1 minute. It's actually rejecting from over here, so I'll use it. USD Malaysian currency pair. So let me copy this here. Go to the 4 charts. And let's set up. Always make sure that the 4 charts use the same pair. Okay. Always try to wait for the beginning of the new candle to enter the trade. We started with $100 balance. This is our first entry. Okay. So this is gonna be your first entry, second, third, and fourth. All right. Go for sells over here, buys over here. 82%. Come on. The damn thing, the payout changed. All right, no problem. So I'll switch to another pair and I will start. When you have this case happening, when the payout changes below 90% and you have a losing trade, you go back to the charts, you select a pair, and you start from this point. You start from here. Okay? Easy. So let's go back and find another pair. However, I'll set an alarm over here just in case. I'll set an alarm over here. You see, we have a zone. So when the price reaches this zone, the payout might be back to 92%. So we'll have an option in place since the move is still ongoing. So let's find something else. 43%, we remove it. Look at this beautiful drop. Come on, guys, look at this. I'll trade on it because it's hovering over here. So potentially it's gonna reverse. So we have the payout 92%, USD, Indonesian currency. We go to your 4 charts. Let's adjust. or currency pair on all four charts. Okay, I'll wait for the opening of the next candle to go for a buy over here at this level. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful increase. Let me remind you, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to use the live chat. We are trading live. So if you have any questions while we are waiting for the trades to end, you are more than welcome to do so. Yes, Sirwan, they have this. Okay, that's a loss. So we go for a sell over here. They have this on pocket option as well. Look at this over here. This section, we can change th- this to a timer. So if you put +1 over here and adjust this to 0, it will take the trade for the remaining time of the candle. Is this what you are talking about? They have the option. It's right there. The flag option. Yeah. Is this what we are talking about? Yes, exactly. Perfect. This is gonna be a win, most probably. So we go back to the first step of the cycle by taking buys. Beautiful, that's a buy. So we have won the entry over here actually. Beautiful, amazing. Now, usually when you have a support or resistance area, or if you want to call it supply and demand area, let's say the area is over here, you mark the zone with a green line or whatever color you want. Sometimes the price might go down, go back, and reverse. This is called in Forex liquidity sweep. Market makers, they like to, since they know the stop losses of the traders will be over here, they come, they drop the price, they sweep the stop losses, and they shoot back up. This is pure market manipulation. Take trade here as well. So don't be afraid if this happens. You have your strategy in place. Two buys, two sells in this case over here, two buys over here. Was a bit late on this one. I would have preferred to take the trade at the opening. However, I was talking to you. No problem. I think this is going to be a loss. So we'll go for a buy as well at the opening of the next candle. We'll go for a buy. Let me see which time did we start. 11:50 my time. Okay. So we can also identify approximately how much time do we need to reach the $25 goal that we have. During the past 3 days, it is almost taking around 30 minutes for us to reach our $25 goal. or 25% return on investment for the session, which is quite nice actually. So let's see if this is gonna keep on going until Sunday because I'll keep on testing the strategy for the next 4 days. This is gonna be a loss, so we'll go for a sell on this one. Okay, let me activate the auto scroll on this one. Let me see, enable auto scroll. I always set the first two on auto scroll. Beautiful, it's dropping very nicely. Beautiful drop. Come on, baby. Now the thing is, since we have this huge downward momentum, it will reverse at some point. There's no way it won't. Beautiful drop. This is a guaranteed win. Look at this beauty. Come on. I love the markets, guys. And that's a buy. Why a buy again? Because we won this one. We go back to our first stage or step of the cycle, which is a buy, and here a buy as well. We already are around 4% in profit. Beautiful. Come on, baby. You know, the moment you click buy and sell, your job is done. You become a cheerleader. Or you pray. You only pray or cheerlead for your asset, for the asset you are trading. So all the homework has to be done beforehand. Okay, we go for a buy here as well. That's a buy. Okay, the sellers are still strong. Let's see. Okay, see, the Malaysian thing reached the support, the resistance level we marked over there. So we got the alarm since we set the alarm over here. You have alarms options. You see this bell over here. You can set alarms wherever you want on the chart. Once the price reaches the level, it will send you a notification. So now we'll go for a sell. Beautiful drop. Sellers are still strong. Does Kotex do they have the alarm thing? Sarwar, if you are still with me. I've been using Pocket Option for the last 5 years or so. Honestly, I find it the best. I tested Kotex for some time. I noticed that Pocket Option are more flexible, easier. The charts are more visually appealing. It's a personal preference. Yes, they do perfect. So we have a win over here. So now we'll go for a buy. 4 seconds. And that's a buy. Okay, so now we are already around 6% in profit. Look at this steep drop. The buyers will step in at some point. Eventually. If they don't, we have those two levels over here to secure our sell trades. So No need to panic, no need to stress. Just follow the rules mechanically. Emotionless. Be emotionless. Beautiful win. You go for a buy as well. 8 seconds. 2, 1, and that's it. Let me see how much time have we spent on the USD Indonesian pair. 11:52 till 12. Okay, around 10 to 12 minutes, which is still fine. Don't trade more than 15 minutes on a single pair. If the buyers step in right now, I'll stick to the Indonesian pair. I think they are stepping in. Let's see. No, no problem. We'll take a buy here. 2, 1, and that's a buy here. Come on, buyers. Both are absolutely same, maybe because using personal so comfortable. Yes, can so volatile at times, I'm not seeing in your trading past 3 days. Exactly, exactly. Maybe this is why I've cancelled on Kotex long time ago. So now we'll go for a sell here. Okay, so this is a sell. Maybe this is why I've lost faith in Kotex. I prefer to see more stable pairs. Now, let me tell you this. Also on pocket option, you can see the volatility sometimes, but in my opinion, they are the best. They've been the longer in the market. Withdrawals are like clockwork. Deposits are easy. You have all the tools you need, all the indicators you need. So I prefer to stick to one broker. Sarwar, you can test pocket option on demo. You can use the demo account. It has all the options, all the features, just like the real account. You can test it. If you find yourself maybe having better results, you can switch. This is also going to be a loss. Nope, nope. Come on, come on, come on. That's it. It's a loss. Fuck it. We'll take a sell also here. It was very close. Let me see. 1 point. Shame. So if we win this trade, I will switch to another pair. Okay. 23 seconds left. 22. Come on. I'll take two buys on this one. I'll double on this one. It would be the fifth trade if it loses. I'll take two 14.5 trades buy. Why? Because the cycle ends at the fourth trade. Let me see. Come on. That. Come on. I'll go for buys. Two buys here. Let me see. This was also extremely close. 1 point. Now, for you as a trader, if you are trading using real money, if you lose those two, you stop for the day. That's it. think we're gonna lose. 20 seconds left. Come on. Come on. We need a slight, decent push up and we're safe. Come on. That's it. Come on. All right. Yeah. Cool. So let's change the pair. Okay. So now we are 9% up. Okay. Let me see the Malaysian thing, the one that gave us the alarm a few minutes ago. See, this is where it reached. It gave us the alarm. And look at the market reversing. However, it has a 73% ROI, so I won't touch it. Let's also remove it from the list. This is nice. This is nice. Let me see if we have a demand, a supply area nearby. Actually, we do. Look at this double top over here. See this? Nice. Let me make the line thick. So we have our supply area exactly this level, at this level over here. So let's go to the four charts. Now, since we spoke about volatility, this pair, for example, the USD Pakistani currency unpocket option is very volatile from experience. Usually I avoid trading this pair. So let's see what will happen. Let's go to the four charts and set it up. Paste. Okay. Okay, so we'd go for a sell. Let me also change the time frame to 1 minute back. All right. Let me make sure here as well. Okay. So let's go for a sell here. It's touching the supply area. Okay. Doing nice. Come on. So now since we are in an overbought market, the first two trades are for sells, the second two are for buys. Even on Cortex. Yeah, yes, yes. Those exotic pairs are usually very volatile. Look at this breach. That's a win. Makes sense. Beautiful rejection. I like this. It might keep on going down, but let's see the candlestick patterns that will happen. This time I'll take a trade at the open of the new candle. Rejecting somehow. Come on. 2, 1. I'll take a sell here. Let me give you a tip. You see this gap? The new candle opened with a gap down. When you see a gap down after a green bar, usually this thing is gonna shoot. Or if it went down, it will reject at some point and go back up. That's an additional tip. No need to think about it for this strategy. See, it's shooting back up. It's having difficulty going down. So we'll go for a buy. If this one is a loss, we'll go for a buy. Beautiful. Come on. Keep going. Okay, we'll go for a buy here. That's it. Beautiful gap. Look at this. This thing has to go up eventually, to reject at some point and go up. Most probably. Nothing is 100% guaranteed. Look at this gap. This is the opening price over here. Huge gap between the close of the previous and the open of the new one. It should reject. Let's wait. 8 seconds left. So we'll go for a buy as well over here. If we have a loss, we have a loss. So we'll go for a buy. We are now trading at this level. Now, when it comes to candlestick patterns, when you see a bottoming tail bar, especially when you see two bottoming tail bars back to back, these usually have a 90% follow through rate to the upside. I'm throwing you gems here, guys. However, the only reason I might be scared of this one, it's you have a supply zone, very powerful supply zone from the past. So let's see. Come on, not the last. So now I'll go for two buys, two sells. Sorry, go for two sells here. Now, if we lose those two at random, yes, if we lose those two, I will stop. I will stop for the day. If we win, I will see the profit over here. If I reach my goal, I will stop. If not, I will continue until I reach my goal. Twenty seconds left. Come on. Okay. So we have a lot here. I will stop trading. Let me go back to the one chart. So this is our fourth day trading the martingale strategy. We have 3 winning days so far and one losing day, which is today. However, keep in mind that the amounts I'm using for let me show you the Excel sheet. Keep in mind that those amounts over here are a bit too much for $100 balance account. All right, listen to this carefully. I repeat it again. Those amounts over here are a bit too much, too high of a risk for $100 account. Personally, if I want to use those amounts, I need at least $400 or $500 in my account. However, why am I doing this with you? I want to stress test the strategy. I want to put the strategy under test, under heavy pressure to see what is the profitability of the strategy and the consistency. Is it consistent or not? Since I'm playing the tournament thing of pocket option, which usually always starts with 100 points or $100. So up to this point, the strategy is doing fine under heavy stress test. All right. So we won the first 3 days. This is the fourth. We have a loss. We stopped trading. We'll come back tomorrow at the same time to keep on testing it under stress, heavy stress test, up until the next Sunday. If you have any questions, this is the time. What do you suggest about one, two, for $8? It's too much. It's too risky, Sarwar. 1248, you will end up losing, even if you are using even if you are using 92% pairs, you will end up losing. Go to Chat GPT and put those numbers. Tell him I'm trading martingale. If I use 1, 2, 4, and 8 uh, on 92% payout pairs, would I be in a winning situation on the fourth, on the $8 trade? I think you will not be in profit. Total would be 15 USD. Yes, however, try to change. Let's say don't double. So from 1 to 2, make it 1 to 1.8, for example, and 1.8 to 3.5, 3.5 to 7 instead of 8. You will diminish your risk and still make money. You got me on this? I've seen traders use your formula 1, 2, 4, 8, and then they go to 20 instead of 16. This is highly dangerous, man. Highly dangerous. So I prefer not to actually double, from 1 to 1.8. Codex does not allow decimals. See why? So you are stuck with it. Yes, you should. But I think 1, 2, 4, and 8, you will be in a loss. Let me see that. Hold on. Let's get ChatGPT over here. Let's ask ChatGPT. I am using Martingale for binary options trading. I only use 92% 92% payout pairs. My cycle is the following: 1, 2, 4, and 8. In this situation, would I be in profit after the fourth trade? Let's see. Seems you will be in profit. Okay, it's a slight profit. You lose 90%, you will be in a loss, because look at this Sarwar. If you are using your own, the 1, 2, 4, 8 on 92% payout pairs, you will only be in 36 cents profit, which is not worth the risk, in my opinion. So 90% will you will be in a loss. See, I think you should switch to pocket option. I think the best course of action for you to take is to switch to pocket option. Decimals are very important. Let me show you the previous Excel sheet I made. It's a bit more complicated. However, it has the profit returns as well. Let me see. Maybe I did it over here. If you want to join me, Sarwar, under my link, I send signals every day, not this one. And soon I will start copy trading. So if you want, all the links you need are in the description box. If not, you are still always welcome in my live chats and still ask all the questions you need anytime. So let me see. I made something with some calculations. Okay, look at this profit after recovery. So if you use the 1.2 system, if you use the 1.2 system on 92% payout pairs, so this is the profit after recovery on each trade. So you will end up at your fourth trade, you will end up with 3.1. Now, here at $6.5, you will end up with 1.51. Now, this is why doubling from 1 to 2 will not recover because you are making 92%. So even if the payout is 100%, the $2 trade will still be, you will make 4. Yes, you will recover, but with the 92%, it will not recover. So you have to, instead of doing here 2.4 at the second trade, you need that 0.4 cents additional at this level to make a profit of 1.38. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, any more questions? If not, I think I will end now. I will join with your link, shall connect with you through website. Forgot your name. I shall email you. Also connect with me on Telegram. My personal contact details for Telegram are also in the description box, so we can chat on Telegram. Through the website, it's a little bit difficult. So you can reach out to me on Telegram. I will also add you to my Telegram group. We have a channel over there as well. That's better. Perfect. All right. So thank you guys for all of you, Sarwar and the other guy who's watching, and see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you and goodbye.